So today we're going to be doing a little bit of science because I am a scientist now. And what does a scientist do? Well, he starts some simulations where he can look at little waka waka things eating some fruit with a magnifying glass. The magnifying glass means I'm a scientist. But we just observe, and then when the simulation is done, we file a report with a signature. So we sign, like, how does signatures work? Like this? I, and then N-T-E, oh gosh, what was R like? It was like that, and then another N. Who does cursive anymore? We're just gonna upgrade. After we send all those little essences up to our research board, where we are a scientist now, but then we can get some more entities. 2 of them, with a little boop, and then we can give them more apples also. That's all done, and then we just make sure to check our notes. This is gonna be on the test, so make sure, no! Oh no, hold on, undo. No, wait. I had a bid for this, there. Subdo intern, make sure you do it, so I don't have to write that again. But our goal during all of this, to begin with, is 10 points during the sim. So we just look at the little guys once more. The simulation doesn't really last very long. We can't even observe how long the simulation lasts, but we have to make sure to observe the little pellets to collect them for credit. And then over time, they do kind of nothing, but we were able to get 8 points during that test. But those 8 points are gonna be good for getting some more entities. More entities eating should mean more points. So we got 4 entities now. And thankfully, it looks like there's plenty of fruit for all of them to get to. And our little magnifying glass checks the little pings very quickly. So we're able to get 10 little points. Oh, we actually got 16 points. Beautiful. But I also just like signing things like this. So we will do a new little signature. Cool. And now that that goal is done, we have a new one, have 12 entities at the end of the sim. Well, that means we're gonna need plenty more of these, and also maybe a longer simulation time. We start with 6 entities now, and there should be plenty of food for them. We can collect 3 little points at once, and the points are also worth 2. This is much better. Ooh, but you can also see they're starting to change color a little bit. So we should definitely make sure there's a good amount of food. But everything is alive, so that's good. And my cursive knowledge is failing me here. Wasn't the G something like this? That's a G, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what the G is. Or I just spelled dude. In which case we're gonna get some more little dudes. But there is not a lot of food for all these dudes, is there? That's a bit concerning. Now they just swim around like nothing. Oh no, I think one of them just died. We got one dead dude. Well, at least we can sign that. Dead, cause dead body. But we're still getting 18 points. We just need more food in the simulation, but we really can't afford that? Costs 80 points? How about some food spawns, like food per second? And then more simulation time too, so that gives food more chance to spawn. We can barely keep 8 of them alive. How are we supposed to keep 12 alive? But oh, check it out. More food's being added. So hopefully all of this, no, he was eating. He was literally eating. Why did he die? These little entities, what are we supposed to do with them? But the food is up. But the entity count went down drastically. I don't really remember F. I'm pretty sure it was just this. Food. I just love the little drawing tool. Oh, this should help. Starting food count up. So we start with 15 food. There we go. That's plenty more food. At least double the entities, which I believe have a scientific name of Wakas Wakas. And the simulation finished and all of them are alive. Everybody's happy. And what was the capital Y? Part of this is just me doing science, but part of this is also just me trying to remember freaking elementary school. Let's say that's the Y. Yay. And we can also improve the apple's satiety, so when they eat, it'll rejuvenate them a little bit more. And what is this now? Apple lover, plus 50% apple point. So we can mutate some of the entities. Hopefully they stay alive though. Which, thankfully, it looks like they do, but when it gets to overtime, they stop eating. But at least the food count is up 27%, so more food is being generated than they're eating. That's pretty neat. But this takes 50 points to unlock, so that's not as neat. But I think we can afford to get more entities in there now, so we're up to 10 entities. And then we can make them eat the apples quicker too. If they can stay alive during this, then 12 shouldn't be a problem. But there is certainly a lot more little point pellets being left around here. Can't even pick all of them up. But we're still getting 34 in a batch. The food count is going down a little bit. I don't even know what to sign here. Let's just do a little bit of that. But I think we can get away with 12. Hopefully there's enough apples being made so the amount of reduction isn't so bad that they actually start dying. They're starting to get a little gray though, which is not good. But the simulation paused and we got it, yes! Experiment 1-2 complete. Why don't I just draw a little bit of that because I'm a scientist. But next we need 80 points during a sim. But now we can unlock the apple lover mutation, which is distributed to 10% of starting entities. So 1 or 2 of them is gonna get it. I should equip the genetic trait before continuing. Thank you, note card that suddenly flew into my hand. But we grab this and then we plug it into the experiment. Activate that. Oh, and check it out, some of them have a little apple hat. Oh, that's amazing. So those should definitely, wow, they are getting kind of outpaced as far as getting to the food. But we are getting some bonuses. Do they even eat? Do they just eat so quickly? Hold on, what is this guy? Best entity. Oh yeah, look at his little hat. I was gonna draw a little heart around him, he deserves it. I'll just put one right on the signature line because tomorrow is Valentine's when I'm recording this. And I just love science. Because I'm a scientist. But we could definitely pick up the points a little bit faster, so improving that. Simulation tube capacity, is that this? That might be that. But I think we definitely need more food per second spawning just to keep up with everybody. And thankfully the apple guy, was that him? It looks like there's somebody behind him. That is creepy. Got a second mouth going out to attack the little apples. I mean, these entities are the perfect organism after all, and they're still staying alive. Let's see, I think the A was like that. And then apple. Me just quizzing myself here, don't worry about it. Can we afford getting more entities in there? I think we just need to upgrade the tick rate. So pretty much right when they're done eating, we'll be able to collect the points. But some of them are definitely looking a little worse for wear, but they are staying alive and the total food is going up. And signature will be the lead scientist here. There we go, perfect. I'm beautiful. Food going up means that the entities can go up, and that should also mean that more of them are getting the little apple hats. So 2 of them currently have it. We might need a few more before we get 3 of them in there. But thankfully, everybody's staying alive still. And we have collected 56 points, so it's getting up there. Point. You seen doctor signatures, you ever seen scientist signatures? How about more movement speed? What's this up here? Vision range. Oh, there we go. So the entities can find apples better. And then just more satiety. And then faster on the eating the apples. So we can get more points out there. But my goodness, those things are vicious. Like little piranhas. Oh no, but one of them actually did die. But how? The food was going up. Weird. Fills me with questions. But we did get 61 points there, so we're definitely doing better. Need more starting food, I think. And then maybe more food per second. That should keep everybody alive. Maybe that one just had really bad luck and everyone kept stealing his apples. Like some sort of orange. But thankfully there, everyone stayed alive. You like, you like my orange? Oh, we got a nice amount of points out of there. Didn't even realize. We're getting closer to 80, but I think it's about time we improve the apple points. So each apple is worth 3, and that's before the apple ones eat them. Those should be worth 4, I think. That was worth 3. Let's follow you. And that was worth 5, even better. Just gotta keep this up, but the experiment does not last very long. Oh, we got it, yes! And everybody stayed alive. Everybody's happy. We actually got 109 points there, which filled up 21% of the tank here. Do we have to fill this up entirely? We probably will by the end of this. Have 20 entities by the end of sim. Well, we can get up to 16 and then 18. Hopefully everybody survives that. There's so many of these little guys. Their eyes are just bugging out through each other, which is creepy. Don't expect these entities to be a hive mind, but I wouldn't really be surprised if they were. Oh, one actually died there. I didn't even realize. Little dead entity. So does that mean we need even more starting food? Probably, but let's get to the 20 entities first. We've only been losing one at a time, so maybe that was just bad luck. I mean, these little guys are living in some sort of petri dish, so what kind of luck do they have to begin with? Everybody stayed alive, yes! And we got 82 points during that. And I think these little things mean that that was the best round for it. So we are number 1. Okay, now the next one, have 30 entities, and then also no dead entities. Well, that's gonna be tricky. Oh, we can't even get this until we complete experiment 1. Well, in that case, let's get more simulation time so we can rack up more points. And then, sure, more satiety, which, my goodness, so many of them go towards the same apples, so it's just a feeding frenzy. But thankfully, with all the apples close together, that means all the points are left behind close together. Oh, and somebody died. But 105 points in a single simulation is very good, so we can actually get more apple lovers. So it's the same distribution to the entities, but the apple points are worth 75% more. And we actually do have 4 of those apple lovers. I love it. And they're dropping points worth 6. That's gonna help us get to more upgrades, even if some of them are dying in the process. And their one died again. Like, why, though? Oh, the next entity upgrade is actually 25 of them. That's gonna be tricky. I think we definitely need more initial food for sure, and then more food spawning per second, and then maybe more vision range, so they're not all going to the same one. I hope that's how that works. All right, looks like a better distribution of entities to food, but the apple lovers are grouping up on the same one, which isn't great, but they do look like they're in better condition than before, so they actually survived the experiment. And our food is going up 52%, wow. Was it like this? Wow. 129 there. Now I think we can afford to get 5 more entities in the experiment, which only has 1 more upgrade here. But my goodness, that is so many of them. Thankfully, there's plenty of food raining down from the sky, and plenty of groupings of little point clusters, and all of them are still alive. They're surviving and thriving. Look at this little guy, he's thriving, and he's got a little flower right there, or a tree. He's a giant. He's a giant now. 153 points in that, and that's 30% of the tank. Which, do I even want to know what these entities are making here? I just know it's valuable. Should we go for 30? I think we can go for 30.
Let's shoot for 40.
We just have to make sure that all of them stay alive, which might be an issue because there's currently more entities than food. Hopefully the food generation is fast, which it kind of is, but the food rate is still negative, so I feel like we might have some casualties here. Oh, sure enough, wow, 5 of them died at a time. Oh my goodness. Some real, oh man, what was the K? Was it that? Yikes. Still got 135 points though, so that should let us get more starting food, so there's enough food to match the amount of little entities, and they can satiate them even more, which actually max out the upgrade. And then 1 more here. Appling duration is only 2 seconds. Hopefully satiated entities don't go for more food because the starving ones need it more. Also, a lot of them are not seeing food that is like directly next to them. So hopefully they survive this. I think we're doing good. No, 2 died right at the end. How could you do this to me? We even had more food. Okay, only 3%, so maybe it's not worth celebrating. But we still lost 2 of them. Ugh. Also, somebody who still writes like that, let me know how I'm doing. I'm kind of curious. Here, more starting food, so now there's more food than entities. And the simulation can last a little longer, so we also maxed out that upgrade. Please survive, every single one of you, trying to be a scientist here. We still are looking good. Simulation is about to end. Everyone's looking really healthy. Almost everyone. We still lost 1? He was currently eating. Like, huh? I don't remember cursive punctuation, so don't worry about this. Fine, more starting food and more movement speed, I guess. Can the starving ones move quicker than the satiated ones? Please, I think that would help them. I swear, so many of them fight over the same foods, and it's so annoying that way because you literally don't need to. Food is still going down, but I think everyone's alive. Everyone's alive! We completed experiment 1.5. Booyah! I'll even write it out if I can remember. Booyah, like that. Yeah, booyah. Okay, we're on to experiment 2. 1 child entity's born. What? I was just gonna watch them meet. I wasn't expecting them to multiply all of a sudden. We're gonna need some more food for that then. But do I even want to know? I don't know if I want to know. Just happy Valentine's Day, I guess. But we are getting a lot more pellets here, and everyone's still alive. I should hope so. We put more food in there, and it's still going down. You see that? That's a baby entity. Let's make it happen. And now we can afford simulation tube capacity from 500 to 10,000, whatever that means. Oh, there we go. We need to give them the fertility gene. Love bee in the petri dish. But my goodness, there's so many pellets being dropped in here. Good thing for that overtime. Can barely even collect it all. But check it out, 200 points in that simulation. That's our newest record. 100 twice, 200, which I think the jar got a little bigger too. But for this, we need 300 points. So we can have the apple lovers make their apple points worth 100 times more, or 100% more. There is a difference. Here, let's give them more satiety too. So now we're going into simulation number 30 here. And everybody looks like they're staying alive still. I like it. 231 points there. And then a thumbs up for a good experiment, or you liking the video, which you should do. Do it. And we actually only need a couple more upgrades to get this apple lover thing maxed out. But if we're gonna move over to this, wait, point harvester count? We can get point harvesters, or we can get a bigger magnifying glass. Ooh, bigger science. But let's improve the tick rate so it's maxed out to 1 second, and then more food spawn rate. So we are currently collecting the points the fastest that we can, which should mean that we can collect more of them if they weren't so spread out. Oh my goodness. 225 there, not our best, but we still good there. 5 stars for science. And now we can afford the fertility gene. Yes. And then we gotta look at that. Allows them to increase entity count. There's a cooldown. Okay, prerequisites for both. They both need the trait, and they need to be at 75% satiation. And then why are they not reproducing? Are they starving? Are they blind? But hopefully that pans out. And that's only the first goal of experiment 2. So now when we go here, there's only 1 spot, so I guess we're taking away the apple lovers, and then we put in the fertility, distributed to 10% of the starting entities. All right, here we go. Oh, look at that. They actually found each other right away, and I am getting a very close view of this. I should probably look somewhere else, but where is it? Where's the baby? They're not even baby size? What's the point? Oh, and some of them are dying anyway of loneliness. But we did get another entity, even though 1 died. It's a trade deal. But we have had entities reproduce. But 335 points there, that's very good. And reproduction duration, simulation duration longer. I guess that would mean more time for that sort of stuff. But the next goal is 1,500 points. We need more points off of these apples. But that's maxed out. But we also need the simulation to run longer to get more points, and now we can get even more entities. We're gonna need a lot of entities for 1,500 points. So if we're looking for 1,500 points, maybe we should switch back to the apple lovers, since they generate a lot more. And look at how many there are. I don't know if there's gonna be entities dying still, but we're at the end of simulation and everybody's alive. But we're still only getting 344 points, so we need a lot more. A lot. But now the apple lovers can give 125% the apple value, and then sure, more time to spawn the food, or more food spawned per time. So at least with that, if we switch back to the fertility, then they should have more food to survive. Although I feel like them doing the reproduction thing is what is causing them to starve in the first place. But 427 points that time, a step in the right direction, some real stonks there. Oh, and there's new, hold on, simulation genetic trait count. Oh, that's what we need. So now we can have both traits in place, and then more vision so the reproducers can find each other. But now we got both in place. So is there a chance for the entities to get both at once? That would be crazy, but oh, wait, they're actually doing that. They can get both at once, spawning a whole bunch more little apple lovers. Isn't that adorable? Oh, and the pink points are worth something more too. I didn't even realize that's what happened. And no one actually died that time. That's awesome. Oh, but the food increase is evil. Evil. But we have 600 total things now. It costs 750 to upgrade the fertility here, which I have no idea if that actually does anything. Oh, but there's actually new foods, banana. And then there's automatic drain. Allow to drain this automatically without the need of pressing the red button. But I like pressing the red button. Let's just get more food spawning and max out the apple lovers. And then sure, quicker reproduction time. So the reproduction points are worth 100. I see. That's how we get to 1500. I guess apples only get you so far. They can only keep so many doctors away. I am not a doctor, I am a scientist. But it seems like there isn't a lot of reproduction happening because we're only getting a few of those reproduction points. But still we're up to 662 points there and 122% increase of food. That's crazy. Oh no, what was a Z? The Z was something super weird, wasn't it? I don't remember the Z, but that works. But here, with child benefit, that's what the upgrade's called. That's amazing. But now they're worth 125 points. So that's helping us quite a bit there, but there is certainly not that much reproduction happening. They do need to be satiated 75%. So maybe the problem is there isn't enough food, as an apple. But here we go, bananas. The apple lovers are probably going to avoid this, but it does give more points and it restores more hunger, I think, than the apples do. So we can get one of those, and that's the only one there is. But then there's a new gene, big. Here, let's just max out this quickly. And check it out, we got bananas now. Do the apple lovers even eat the bananas? No idea. And I have no idea if reproduction's happening. It looks like it only happened once. Yeah, sure enough, it only happened once. But now we got bananas. So now it's peanut butter jelly time. We're getting 647 in a simulation. Here we go, point harvesters. That's what we need. So whoa, you see that? Is that the point harvester? I think it is. Weird, it just shows up in the middle of nowhere and then steals the points away. And by stealing, I mean it gives it to us, which I appreciate. 876, we're getting close to breaking 1,000, and we are more than doubling the food going in. That is crazy. 876, we can buy one of these upgrades in a single run of the simulation. But let's get a bigger magnifying glass so we can cover more area. Oh, and there's only one upgrade of that? Fine, let's get more starting entities because they're all being fed. And now we have a bigger magnifying glass. Oh, I love this. Oh, but one sadly still died right at the end there. Well, it was to be expected. Oh well. Also, we can't really increase the food right now, but what we can do is give them more satiety, which should bump up the value of what 75% means. So we start with 27 apples, 18 bananas, but then just a good spread of apples and bananas going in. I'm sure the apple lovers appreciate that. And we have reached the end of the simulation and everyone's alive. And we're still doubling the food. I have a pen, I have an apple. Trust me, that's an apple. Oh, even more vision range. That should help the reproducers find each other. And then maybe more simulation time. Oh yeah, they find each other instantly. So I think this means that we have 18 apple lovers, but only 7 fertile entities. But they found each other again, it sounds like. Make sure to get those points. 970, we're getting close. Just color in the whole box. This is a fill in the blank and the whole area is blank. Yeah. Okay, now we actually can upgrade the fertility, but not really sure. Aha, so it's distributed to 20% of the entities now, and we can have the simulation run longer. And it seems like as long as they are seeing each other right away, then they're gonna reproduce right away. Definitely getting more fertilization sounds, which is not something I'm gonna think too hard about, but that points collector covers a lot more area than I thought he did. I never got it. Well, we didn't get the objective, but we got over 1,000 points in a single simulation. Got a big ol' K there. So now that there is more reproduction happening, let's make sure it's worth more and have the point harvester work faster. And then sure, more entities. We don't need to worry about them surviving just yet. Just need more reproductions to happen and collect a lot more points before the time is up. Oh, just shy of it, 1,366. But also, no one died. You know, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure this is just the capital A, because cursive be weird like that. But there isn't a lot of space here for this. But we got it, awesome. I like my capital A better though. Point harvester multiplier, that would help. At least to see what's past here, harvester radius up, that's certainly good. Unless it's on the very edge of everything, so that's a lot of wasted potential there. But the reproduction points are worth 150. Oh, and it's a little low there, 1,300 even. But now we can make more of them fertile, 30% of them. So we have 11 entities that are fertile, which means there should be plenty of those points to collect. But man, that simulation time is just not very long at all. Oh, we got it! Yes, 1,538 points. We did it. Don't remember capital W. We did, just gotta do a little correction here. We did it, which is 15% of the jar. So it definitely is going to be a bigger jar, which is thankful. But the next gene type costs 3,000. Here, more simulation time. And the next goal is 8 child entities born. with no dead entities at the end. I think we've been good about no dead so far, but we definitely gotta work on the reproduction rate if we were gonna get 8 of them. Oh wait, 7 of them are born already. Maybe we don't. There it is, 8 of them. Now just everybody survive. Everybody survive. Oh, overtime. Yes, everybody survived. Yes, easy experiment. Easy. 1,900 points during that, which is 19% of it. So we can have 10,000 points in here? Crazy. All right, what else you got? 5,000 points during the sim and 15 child entities born. Oh, gross. We're gonna need them reproducing faster so that cooldown happens quicker. Are these Pac-Men or are these just rabbits? But the cooldowns are happening quickly enough that we can get 10, 11 entities born, and the view actually zoomed out because there's so many of them. And no one died still. That's a surprise. Got up to 45 entities in there with 2,000 points. I'm not really sure what to write here, so we're just gonna put in a pretty little flower. That's actually a pretty good flower. I'm kind of surprised at that. Oh, and this actually, oh, the upgrade is actually called rabbits. I genuinely did not see that before I picked it, but we're gonna take it again and then make the point harvester a little quicker too. We don't really gotta worry until we are getting more reproductions than we can keep up with food, but the food is not having problems at all, although we still only got 9 of them being born that time, and all the births happen right at the beginning. So what we need to do is upgrade this fertility gene so more of them get that gene in place, or, you know, just more starting entities, just a lot of them, 40 of them, that might be pushing it a little bit. But now the rate of food has really gone down from what it used to be, but still nobody's dying, and we have gotten 2,300, so it's a step in the right direction. Oh, one actually did die. What? Right at the very end, really? Well, we still offset the death rate with the birth rate. 12 born there. We're getting close to the 15 we need. Let's just do a little doctor signature here. Even though I am not a doctor, I am a scientist. But we also don't really have any more upgrades where we can give them food. So this is a little concerning. We can upgrade their satiety, so we should probably do that, and vision range so they can find each other sooner. We just need those reproductions to happen right away for the most value. And there are certainly a lot of points that they leave behind. So that's 12 births, 0 deaths, and we're almost doubling the food again. And the size actually went up there too. But still, it can happen quicker than that and be worth more. It feels like we're a long way off from getting 5,000 points, but there's gotta be something that we can do that'll just generate so much of them. And we're still capping out at 12 births. So we need more. Getting tired of cursive. The big gene does mean they give more points, but it doesn't really help us other than that. Let's just keep upgrading the value of the points. So at the end of this one, we get, ooh, 3,600. A nice amount of points. Nice. And now we actually can unlock the big gene, but I don't really want to replace any of these. So let's just make more of them fertile, and then maybe have more of them in the tank. There's 8 right away. Getting some good clusters of points here. Everyone is looking healthy, and we got 13 births there, 2 shy of the goal, and still 3,400. 2 more. That's a peace sign. That's a peace sign. Don't worry about it. I also forgot to check if anyone died. Oh, but we actually can afford a second point harvester. That's gonna be good. Cover some areas there. Okay, how do we do there? Everyone's still alive. That's good. 16 births. Oh, that's part of it. Now we just need 1,000 more points. Please. Is that the Z? I remember the Z being something weird. Oh wait, the Z goes below the line, doesn't it? Well, we still got 4,000 there, which was quite a bit of the tank actually. And we can actually max out the fertilization gene. Come on, you little entities, we need many more of you. We're looking good here. Good collection rate of the points. Getting into overtime, so time to do some cleanup. Ooh, lots of fertilization points right there. We got it, yes! Experiment 2.4 complete. With, oh my goodness, 31 births that time? Wow, rabbits indeed. There it is, the guardian of the cave of Carbanog. But yeah, 64% of this thing is filled up. What happens if we reach 100? Does the experiment just end right there? But now we're on to 2.5. 25 entities born and no dead entities. I think we have that covered, but let's let's unlock the 3rd genetic trait slot, even if we can't use it right away because that's too expensive now. But here, more experiment duration, more satiety. That should make this experiment go by very quickly. Need more feed, that's good. Everyone's looking healthy. Everyone's alive. Oh, but only 23 births? We did so good before though. Like why? Why? 52% of this though. Are we just making apple juice? Is that what this is? Well, now we can afford the big thing, which I don't think we really need to worry about because they also have less speed. Let's just make this quicker and worth more. If they can get it over with quicker, then maybe that means that more of them can be born that way. There's 14, 18. We're getting there. It's looking good. 24. Keep it going. Keep it going. Just a few more. 32. We got it. Everybody's alive. Yes. 2.5 complete. And we have almost doubled our population. Look at that chart. Lots of... what was the B? I think that was just this. Lots of babies being born. I am definitely wrong in that lowercase b, but oh, we actually reached the end of the demo with science. Also, look at just how long this arm is. That's insane. But if you guys do want to see more of Simultree, also, joke's on you. I was an entity the whole time. But if you guys want to see more, then be sure to let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and sub to Intern.